Last time we talked, you mentioned that you liked the VUL. Why was the reason that you liked that policy?
Well, the cash value seemed nice, and when you said it was the least expensive policy, that resonated with me too.
Okay, great. Now, just to make sure that want to make sure that I did a good job explaining how this policy works. Explain to me, as if I was a third grader, how this type of policy works.
Well, basically, the premiums that go into it, part of it go into the cash that you said grows like my 401k, and the other portion goes towards the life insurance.
Yeah, and that's exactly how it works. And just to kind of make sure we bang it home that you understand exactly how it works, I'm going to do a little drawing. So as you mentioned, there's the premium that you're paying into this policy, right? So as you pay into this policy, the money that you pay in goes directly into that cash value or the account value that you have. And the way that with the variable universal life policy it works is it gets invested just very similar to your 401k. Same idea here. So we'll have some bond funds, we'll have some large cap growth, we'll have some small cap exposure, maybe a little bit of international, and then maybe some alternatives in there as well. And we have about 80 different some of the top fund managers to invest in this type of policy. Now, the way that this works, we narrowed in on the number for you, which was 750,000, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so perfect. I'm going to write this up here. And what this umbrella is illustrating, right here that you can see, is the protection that you're paying for. So as you pay into this every single month, what comes out of it is a portion that goes to pay for the umbrella coverage or that benefit amount. So every single month, a little bit of that account value is going to be taken out to pay for this. Now, what happens to the rest of the money, it gets invested and it grows, once again, very similar to how your 401k works. And over time, we'll see this start to build up. And you can look at this bucket as equity in the policy. Do you have me so far?
Yes.
Yeah. So the way in which we figure out how much money is going towards this umbrella and how much money is going towards this bucket is actually determined on a sliding scale, where AXA, if we just want to pay for this umbrella coverage, that's 750,000, they set the minimum amount that we have to pay in every month. And most of that money that we put into the account value is going to stay up here in this umbrella. Now on the flip side, the IRS sets the absolute most that you can put into any policy at any given time. And so if we want to make sure that we're trying to take advantage of this cash value down here, we're pumping in the most money possible so that we can pull out the most. Do you have me so far?
Mm-hmm.
Great. So the reason why people would decide, like, hey, let's put the absolute most money, it seems a little backwards, right, into paying for this insurance?
Yep.
Yeah. There's actually some great features involved. So when you decide that, you know what, I put money into this policy and actually I want to take some of my equity out, you do so with no taxes. You get tax-free withdrawals from it. You get creditor protection. So everything that is built up inside of this account is yours. You can't be sued for it. And lastly, you're able to access this money at any time before age 59 and a half, which for people that are looking to retire before 50 is a huge benefit to them. And this all, when structured properly, is able to happen. Now on the cons side to that, you do have to qualify medically. We got to make sure that you're insurable. And there is somewhat of a surrender, so you're not able to access the full amount of the cash value for X amount of years, but you are able to access a portion of it. Now going over that, what questions do you have, Brian?